The flickering neon sign of the Sunset Motel cast a lurid glow across Carol Vorderman's face as she stubbed out her cigarette. The air in the room was thick with smoke and the cloying scent of cheap air freshener, a far cry from the pristine studios she usually inhabited. She took another swig of whiskey, the burn of familiar comfort. Tonight, comfort was needed. A knock. Carol straightened, smoothing down her dress, a nervous habit she couldn't shake. The door creaked open, revealing Ruth Langsford, her eyes sparkling with a mixture of apprehension and excitement. "Carol," Ruth breathed, stepping inside and locking the door behind her. "God, this place is... something." "Understated," Carol quipped, offering Ruth a glass. "Just how we like it, right?" They settled into the worn armchairs, the silence punctuated only by the clinking of ice. It didn't take long for the confessions to begin, a torrent of whispered names and clandestine meetings. Carol spoke of a charming younger man, a whirlwind of stolen moments and breathless encounters. Ruth confessed to a passionate affair with a colleague, a dangerous game of cat and mouse played out under the watchful eyes of the public. With each shared secret, the tension in the room grew, a palpable energy that crackled in the air. The whiskey loosened their inhibitions, the shared experiences forging a bond that went beyond friendship. Carol reached out, her fingers tracing the curve of Ruth's jawline. "You're beautiful, Ruth," she murmured, the words laced with a raw honesty that surprised even herself. Ruth leaned into the touch, her gaze locking with Carol's. "So are you, Carol, so incredibly beautiful." The next moments were a blur of urgent need. Clothes were discarded, whispers turned into moans, and the cheap motel room transformed into a sanctuary of forbidden pleasure. There was no pretense, no holding back, only the raw, unadulterated desire that had been simmering beneath the surface for so long. Later, as they lay entangled, sweat slicking their skin, a sense of relief washed over them. The risk, the secrecy, the guilt, it all faded into the background, replaced by a profound sense of connection. "We shouldn't have," Ruth whispered, but there was no regret in her voice, only a quiet wonder. Carol smiled, tracing patterns on Ruth's skin. "Maybe not," she agreed. "But sometimes the things we shouldn't do are the things we need the most."